Okay everyone, let us now proceed to another example. So we have right here y double prime plus 9y is equal to 2 sine 3x. Okay, so let's start. The first thing that we need to do is to find yc, right? So first we need to find our associated homogeneous equation. So y double prime plus 9y is equal to 0. Now what is our auxiliary equation here? You'll get m squared plus 9, right? Is equal to 0. So, we can use the quadratic formula for this. So, m is equal to negative 0 plus minus 0 squared minus 4 times a, which is 1, and c, which is 9. Okay, whole over 2a, which is 2. Okay, so m is equal to positive negative. So, what is this 9 times 4? 36. So, negative 36. So, we get 6i all over 2, which is equal to positive negative 3i. Okay. So, let's format it in this way, 0 plus minus 3i, so that it's clear what our alpha and betas are. So, our alpha is 0, and our beta is 3. Okay, so this is case 3 of the auxiliary equation method, right? Okay, so now that we have alpha and beta, we can write our yc. yc to be c1, let's just write the general form first, e raised to alpha x, and then cosine beta x, plus c2 e raised to alpha x sine beta x. So yc therefore is c1e, there's no e anymore because that will be e raised to 0, which is equal to 1. So cosine 3x plus c2 sine 3x. Okay, so there you have it, our yc. Okay, so let's set that aside for now. So what we're going to do is to find our yp. Okay, so now let's take a look at our g of x. It is 2 sine 3x. So what do you think is our guess for this particular gx? So as we learned from the table that we studied, so our appropriate guess for this would be a sine 3x, or let's just put cosine here so that we can conform to the table. Okay, so but it's definitely the same thing. So cosine 3x plus c2 sine 3x. Okay, so there you have it. So this is our guess. But we need to remember also, the second example in the previous video, that we need to examine our guess and also the functions that comprise our complementary function if they quote unquote overlap. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a cosine 3x. Do we have break that? So unfortunately we have. So we have c1 cosine 3x. So what are we going to do with this? So yp, so we can multiply x. So a x cosine 3x, right? So what about this c2 sine, this should be b. So b sine 3x. So we also have that form right here. So again, we're going to multiply x, bx sine 3x. Okay, so this will now be our new guess. Okay, so if you get, so it's now time to substitute this yp into the original equation, right? So we need to get its what do you call this? Need to get its second derivative. Now I will no longer be showing how to get the second derivative because I'm sure you already know how to do that. So I'm just going to write out the answer here. So that would be, so y double prime p is equal to y double prime p plus plus 9y is equal to 6a cosine 3x minus 6b sine 3x. Okay, so that is also equal to, right, let's just rewrite it here. let's just rewrite it for so that it can be more clear. So let's write our original equation first. We have y double prime plus 9y is equal to 2 sine 3x. Okay? So y double prime plus 9y, this will evaluate to 6a cosine 3x minus 6b sine 3x is equal to 2 sine 1. Is equal to 2 sine 3x. Okay? So now let us compare the terms on the left hand side and on the right hand side. So as you can see here, we have here the coefficient for sine 3x on our g of x is 2. So it has to be equal to negative 6b, right? So negative 6b should be equal to 2. So b is equal to negative 1/3. Okay. So how about a? A here, so as you can see on the right hand side, we have a no term with cosine 3x here. So therefore, we can equate 6a to 0. And then, so therefore a is equal to 0. Okay, so we have a is equal to 0 and b is equal to negative 1/3. So now let's go to our guess right here, right? So let's substitute these values. So yp is equal to, so a, so negative 1/3 x cosine of 3x. Oh, I'm sorry, so this is a, so this is a mistake. It should be 0 because a is 0. Okay, so what's left would be negative 1/3 for b right here, and then x sine of 3x. Okay, so this is our particular solution. Now we know that y is equal to yc plus yp. So the general solution therefore is y is equal to c1 cosine 3x plus c2 sine 3x minus 1/3 x sine 3x. Okay, so this is our general solution. Okay, so I hope you learned something in this video, and I will see you in the last example.